This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards premieres August 5th on FX and Hulu.
Hi, Dave here. This week we are going back over all of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies to date because we've done them all on this podcast over the last 10 years. So yesterday we had Homecoming, and this episode we're going to look at Far From Home, which we saw Far From Home in London, where we were living at the time. So lots of lovely London background chatter in this episode. So please enjoy. Hi, Dave here, and I'm with my wife Kathy.
Hello.
And you're listening to the Cinemile, where we walk home from the movies. Today we're going to see Spider-Man Far From Home. How are you feeling about this? Do you feel like you have enough Spider-Man in your life? Insufficient Spider-Man?
The last two Spider-Man movies we saw, so we saw the Marvel one with this character about 2 years ago.
The Marvel one with this character?
You know what I mean? Like
Tom Holland,
this
Homecoming.
iteration.
We went with Scroobius Pip 2 years ago.
Enjoyed that one. Then last year we watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Which I loved. Really loved.
Amazing.
So now I'm like, why would I watch
now you're
this
like,
film?
Give me more Spider-Man.
No, and we just saw Endgame, which was like really epic. So to me, I think it's really unclassy of Marvel and Disney to be releasing another movie so quickly from Endgame. Like, it's just such a cash grab. Like, I think what would have been really cool is if they just write no more Avengers movies for 2 years.
Oh no!
And, like, genuinely build up some anticipation for the next lot of them.
As in, no more any of the.
Just leave it.
No more Marvel movies for 2 years.
Just like we watched a movie called Endgame that was completely epic.
Yeah.
And now what? 2 months later, there's a Spider-Man movie.
It does feel a little like
it's just
too
lame.
soon.
Yeah.
Too soon.
And like one of my favorite movies of the year, and your favorite movie of the year last year, was the cartoon Into the Spider-Verse, which was so wonderful. So I just don't know what this movie has possibly got to offer. I'm sorry. I know I sound negative before I've even seen it, but like I'm only going because Dave wants to go. It's not something I would go to.
You're not wrong. I definitely think there like a bit of breathing room would have really benefited, particularly because they've just put Endgame back in cinemas.
I mean,
so it's like
they're so greedy, aren't they? Like, honestly, they're so greedy.
Now, to be fair, this is actually all run by Sony and Columbia Pictures, so this isn't actually Marvel Studios as such. They own the rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's the same actors, the same universe.
It's done in association with them, so yeah, it is all part of a plan, and that would have been carefully.
Like, they would not be doing this without. They would not be doing this without like Disney and Pixar or Disney and Marvel sign off.
I think there was but I think there was a bit of pushback from memory that Sony did want to release this in the summer, and Disney did want to push back. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm excited. I love Spider-Man. I love these movies. I agree. There's a little bit of breathing room would probably have been nicer. I'm still on the Endgame high, so like I'm invested. And we had Captain Marvel this year as well already, didn't we? Like, it feels like
before Endgame.
It does feel like
it's too much.
Starting to be a bit like they're taking over cinema a little much. But I like Tom Holland. I like these characters. I've been trying so hard to stay free of any material. I haven't seen any trailers for this.
But I thought you told me that you knew that there was going to be multiple universes in this one.
Well, yeah. So this is the problem, right? You can't as far as you can get, like, avoiding trailers. There's still posters and there's still Twitter, and people, like, apparently in the latest one there was a reference to a multiverse. So we could be facing into some sort of Spider-Verse live action situation. Who knows? Whatever. Anyway, I am excited. I'm looking forward to this. I'm pumped. So
okay,
let's go in.
Well, I hope you're right and I'm wrong. I hope it's good. I don't like to go see movies that aren't good.
2 hours and 9 minutes of our lives.
Yeah.
Let's hope we enjoy them.
But you did hear there's a good end credit sequence, right? So we are going to stay for that.
Oh yeah, you gotta stay
Yeah.
for the end credits thing. All right, let's go.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Heads up. Nick Fury's calling you.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
What up, dorks? What's up? We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo's.
Oh, I think MJ really likes me. That reminds me when I first fell in love.
You're a very difficult person to contact.
Spider-Man.
This is Mr. Beck.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
Your world?
Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do. You're coming with us.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Now where it's meant to, that's where it's meant to take it from
From
me.
me.
There's a busker.
So,
and he's so much better than the movie we just saw.
we didn't go to Spider-Man. We just went home and watched The Little Mermaid. Actually, there was some Little Mermaid news this week.
Yeah,
First of
I saw
all,
that.
there's a live-action remake of that,
surprise.
which I didn't know about. Did you know about that?
No, but like they're doing all of the movies, so.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there's
not
no real
interesting.
surprise. Like, oh, there'll be a live-action Toy Story next.
Anyway, on to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Far From Home.
I mean, honestly,
How are you feeling? Vindicated.
I actually just, because like as I said, I actually really enjoyed the last one. Thought it was fun and fresh. I was just like, I'm so bored of this movie. It was like, I would say, like I was trying to think of words to describe it as I was watching it, like dull, tedious, boring, uninteresting. Did I say dull already? I think
You
I
did.
did. I've run out of words now. It was just
Were you
so
ju- were you just
boring.
I noticed you were on the thesaurus for most of the movie, typing in dull.
Honestly, it was just a complete waste of time, the movie. Like, there's no good can come of it. It had no fun, which I was kind of, the very least, I would have expected a bit of fun from this movie.
Don't agree with that.
It felt like really desperate, like a cash grab is exactly what it felt like. I really like MJ, so she's played by Zendaya, who's a really cool actress.
She was great.
Who is like so huge right now. You know, she's in that HBO show that everyone's talking about, Euphoria, which hasn't launched here yet.
Yeah.
And
Which is
she
supposed
was
to be
in,
like really
it's
explicit.
supposed to be really hardcore, a show about teenagers like on sex and drugs, and apparently people our age who watch it now just makes them feel really old. And she was in like Greatest Showman. Like, she's huge. She's like a Disney. She was a Disney star as a
She's a
kid.
singer as well.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
she's huge and she's brilliant. Like, I love her as MJ, so I really
she's
enjoyed
awesome.
her. But yeah, it just felt so tired. Like all the stuff with like.
Give me a few more synonyms for tired.
Like all the stuff with like
Exhausting.
Nick Fury and Kobe Smulders, who I don't know her name in this, but she's Robin from How I Met Your
Maria
Mother.
Hill.
All that stuff was really boring. We've seen it loads of times. Stuff with Hoppy was really boring. Stuff with Aunt May was really boring.
Who's Hoppy?
What's his name? The Starks. That's
Happy.
Bessie. Happy.
I thought there was like a superhero frog
And then
that I
there was
missed.
a villain. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not. Who plays the villain? Didn't think anything
Hang
of the
on.
villain. And then what really pissed me off, and I'll get to once we're in a really echoey tunnel. What really pissed me off when we get to Spoiler Street is, I thought like.
Don't talk any plot details till we get to spoiler
Okay.
free. Yeah, because people are very sensitive.
But I
about
said
stuff,
it in the intro
myself
already.
included.
I said it in the intro already.
Okay, go on.
You know the way we had said that like the Spider-Verse was going to be in it. I thought that was pathetic what they did with that. And I really think it's off the back of that cartoon, which was so amazing, they should be ashamed of themselves, to be quite frank.
Oh, wow!
Fucking awful, like, and pardon my French, I think it's the worst of any of these movies I've ever seen. It was that boring and pointless.
I
And
can't.
then the
What,
end-
you just told them they should be ashamed of
The
themselves.
very end, right, at the post-credit scene.
Don't come on! Don't you wait
I'm not
till we're on
spoiling it. I'm
spoiler
just saying,
street.
like, they
You're
threw in
killing
something
me.
exciting in the end, and it's like, you wait till the post-credit scene to put something exciting in the movie. Like, we sat through 2 hours
I really
of that.
want to talk about all that, so wait.
Okay, we'll
park
talk about it.
Peter, park
And there was
that.
one scene I liked in the movie, and it made me cry. And
Did
that
you cry?
was in the last 5 minutes of the movie.
I did notice your thesaurus was looking a bit wet towards the end.
So there was a scene in the last 5 minutes of the movie that I enjoyed. So I'm really glad I stuck it out for that scene. But maybe I was just crying with relief because I knew it was going to be over soon.
Wow.
My back was really sore for like the last 20 minutes of the movie. I had to go
You
and stand
disappeared.
in the corner of the cinema.
I thought you'd walked out because I could tell you weren't enjoying yourself. Like, because I don't know if you know this, but your whole, like, you give off an aura when you're not enjoying a movie.
When I turned to you and said, "This is really shit," that
yes,
you guessed.
it was that, and then I just intuited.
And then you thought I left,
but
I was just
really
standing
shit.
in the corner because my back was sore.
I thought she'd left, folks. I thought she was just like gone.
I'm done.
Last 20 minutes, Kathy was gone.
Anyway, what did you think of it?
I am disappointed. I didn't think it was very good. I think you're being. I mean, I don't have these kind of. This
really
very strong reaction that you're having. Sorry, we're in a train station. I don't have the strong reaction that you're having at all. I thought it was.
No, but my reaction isn't strong. It's just like it was so dull.
You said it was awful and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Because they've every money in the world and every talent in the world to make a decent movie, and they've just blown it.
Well, that's exactly it. That's what's disappointing, because A, they have all the right ingredients. B, they've made this recipe before. It's the same bloody director, same actors. I think it's the same writers. They've got all these components. They've got this very established MCU formula, and it's like they just didn't follow the instructions. Because
but this is like deflated after Endgame.
Deflated is a great word.
Like,
I think
nothing could really follow it, but this really did a very poor job of following it.
But the thing is, it tries to be. It knows it can't live up to Endgame, and they sort of, in a clever move, try and make it a smaller story in many ways. In a similar way to Iron Man 3 after the first Avengers. Iron Man 3 was the first movie to come right after the Avengers, where they all had this big meet-up and epic battle, and they made that very small and low-key, and he largely doesn't have his powers, and I think that movie was great, and making the stakes low-key can really work. But the issue is you need stakes. You need some stakes. There aren't any in this movie. Like, there's.
Like, oh no, will he get to go on a school trip with MJ? It's like, sorry, I didn't realise we were watching a movie for 12-year-olds.
But actually, you can pull some like emotional and character peril and stakes from those kind of situations, which they kind of tried to do, but didn't. Like, I wasn't invested in anything in this movie, really. It was all just. I just felt like it was flat. Deflated it's the perfect word for this. And it's not to say it's not like completely without. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's without merit.
Were you bored though? When I was bored,
I laughed several times. I thought there was a lot of funny moments in this. I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was great as Mysterio. And I really like everything they did.
Oh,
with
that
his
was the bit. I'm not sure if
character.
I didn't know if that was a spoiler or not. That Jake Gyllenhaal was in it.
No, well, he's on the poster. I'm going to say it's not a spoiler.
Okay, right. Because I hadn't seen a trailer for it, so I didn't know.
I agree with you.
Jake Gyllenhaal was a waste. And I'm a big fan of him as an actor. I just thought. I guess one of the things I was thinking is, at this point, this franchise is just spewing famous people at it, isn't it? Like, we'll throw anyone who's famous at this franchise now. And actually, what used to be cool about it was we had people like Chris Hemsworth and like Tom Hiddleston, who weren't really that famous, and like when Robert Downey Jr. initially came in, he was a bit of a gamble, and now it's just like, oh, what next famous person can go in? You know what I mean? It's just
I don't agree. Who are you referring to?
Every movie, it's like, oh, it's Tilda Swinton, oh, it's Robert Redford, oh, it's
Michelle Pfeiffer,
like,
Michael
it's just
Douglas.
all right.
Okay.
We get it. Like, you can get famous people, but like, to what end? Like, I don't think Jake Gyllenhaal did anything because he wasn't given anything to do that just somebody else could have done. You know what I mean?
Fine, but
he
brought something to it, and he was acting the hell out of it and having fun, I thought, and I enjoyed him. I enjoyed him.
Fine, like.
I enjoyed Zendaya. I thought this is a version of Mary Jane that is immensely more enjoyable than Kirsten Dunst.
I mean, make her the star. Make her Spider-Gwen. Like, it's just. After watching Into the Spider-Verse, it just felt really boring to go back and have our Spider-Man be this like teenage white boy.
100% agree.
Like, it was crap. Like,
Spider-Verse was just this like left field, like breath of fresh air, and this just felt like Homecoming, the first one of these, also had a bit of that. It felt fresh.
Yeah,
it felt like,
fun.
oh, finally we have a teenage Spider-Man. They actually felt like teenagers. I know where we're going. They actually felt like teenagers, and that carried through to this movie. I still buy all of them as teenagers on a school trip. That felt believable.
Yeah, that felt believable.
But the other thing Homecoming had was a really strong villain with some good character and motivation. And Peter...
I was thinking that it had Michael Keaton, didn't it?
Yeah.
I remembered halfway through this movie. Oh, Michael Keaton was MJ's dad. That was awesome.
Yeah. But this movie just felt like a step backwards. So what I thought was interesting was Homecoming spends the sort of journey for Peter is he wants more, right? He wants to be an Avenger. And I thought this was an interesting play on it. He wants them to phone him. He wants Tony to phone him. He wants to step up. He wants to be an Avenger. He wants more. And at the end of that movie, he determines, you know what? I'm happy being friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Small stakes, New York.
And he's subsequently into Avengers
flipped
movie.
that. They've flipped that now, and he's ignoring, Nick Fury's calls. He's ghosting him. He doesn't. It's almost like he's dealing with a similar thing to Tony Stark at Iron Man 3. It's almost like PTSD or superhero fatigue, which I think is what you're feeling as well.
I think we're all feeling it.
He says, I didn't want to save the world this summer, and I thought that was quite an interesting idea. He wants to step away from the stage and keep things small scale, and he just wants to kiss MJ.
Yeah.
So I'm like, with that as his character motivation, that's a nice idea, but it's not enough to carry me through a 2-hour and 9-minute movie.
That can be a subplot of a different movie. Great, Spider-Man's firing. I don't need to see Nick Fury trying to force him to be an Avenger.
So I feel like I had fun. I enjoy spending time with these characters. There's a lot of fun interactions with all of these characters, and I laughed a bit, and some of it was quite clever, I guess, in parts, but mostly I wasn't at no stage was I like, wow, or that's cool, or I haven't seen that before. I was just going through the motions. This felt like a movie spinning its wheels. It didn't have anything fresh or inventive or exciting in it, besides one thing we'll talk about in Spoiler Street. So will we just go to Spoiler Street? Overall, I'm just like...
what they should have done is just make Zendaya Spider-Girl or Spider-Woman or whatever.
They'll probably get there.
We've seen, 3 Tobey Maguire movies? How many of the other ones did we see? With
3 Tobys, 2 Andrews, and 2 Toms.
And now 2 of these, I'm done. I'm so done with these movies. Honestly, I'm lumping them all together now. It felt fresh and different from the others, but now it's just watching that second Andrew Garfield one. It's I don't need to see this, really.
Let's go to Spoiler Street.
Okay,
spoilers now for Spider-Man Far From Home, and let's say all the MCU movies.
Why do they have to have the word home in them all? Is that his thing? Someone in the marketing department's like, that's really clever. The next one's going to be the final return home.
Well, what did you think about the Europe stuff? Because I felt like it didn't... I like the idea of...
I felt like they wanted to get loads of grants from different European film commissions, all of which I saw in the credits as we waited for the end credit sequence.
Yeah, but they didn't really do anything interesting with the Europe stuff.
Nothing interesting.
Nothing.
I'm honestly, we just watched Murder Mystery on Netflix a few weeks ago. I had more fun with their European adventures than I had with the ones in this movie.
The problem is it just felt like box ticking tourist things. We see Tower Bridge in London. It's all the things you'd expect to see.
Feel remember when was it the last Mission Impossible was in London?
That felt like it was in
London.
London.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
And we were loving it being in London watching it. This was just oh great.
But the only bit where I was like,
I'm sorry, but you can use the Tower Bridge sign as a shield against...
That was quite cool.
No, Dave. He was using it as a shield against drones. I don't think the Tower Bridge sign is that strong.
It's been there a long time.
These drones were so weak.
I think, though, I liked the Netherlands bit, because there were people in that, and I like that they acknowledged that they're very friendly. It had actually something to say about...
Yeah, but even then it just felt like a big racial stereotype.
True, yeah.
Look, that's all it was.
That's kind of my problem with this whole movie. I think I've got a lot to say. Let's start at the very beginning, because there's
a very good place to start.
Stop. We started with The Little Mermaid, and now we're on this. I feel like the movie had to address Endgame, right? And the big universe-changing thing. And I thought, when it started, I was like, they're doing this really well.
Yeah, it was clever, and they did I Will Always Love You, and it was like a montage.
I love the teen... You see, there's some fun stuff in here. The sort of teenage audio and visual version of a memorial video done with this cheesy... It was Very, very clever. Nice segue into this movie. Then you get your sort of exposition dump from the girl from the Black Mirror episode.
You, Me and Ashley
too, with Miley Cyrus. And I thought she was fun in this. She was really good.
She was given slightly more to do than she was in the Black Mirror.
Pairing her up with Spider-Man's friend, who's also like a great little character, and I forget his name. I don't even know the character name or the
anyone's
actor
name in this movie except Nick Fury and Spider-Man.
Anyway, his guy in the chair. I loved their little thing of like, babe.
Yeah, that was
like,
fun.
They're
texting each other saying, I miss
sweet
you,
stuff
and they're
in
sitting next to each other, which is what teenagers do.
Exactly, it's great. Like, they nailed all that. But I liked this idea of like, right, we're going to call it the blip. And they addressed a lot of the questions that we as an audience had coming out of Endgame, which was like, wait, everyone's 5 years, half of the universe is 5 years older, and you know they it's like, it felt like sort of fan service, like, oh, we listened to you, or we thought about this, as in one of the hosts of the teen networks, like, yeah, my younger brother's now older than me, and Aunt May talks about, yeah, I just appeared in someone's living room, and they were like,
but that's all. Like, we really didn't need that answer, though. Like, you know, none of us were crying out for that answer. Like, we got that from like the Captain America counselling session in Endgame.
No, but I want more of that. I think that world is interesting.
Read, like,
a world with the blip, which they've called it. I think that's really interesting, and I like that they that's texture. It adds texture to the world, and I like that they added in a bit of that. However, that just disappears then.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, back to normal. They do nothing with the sort of actual repercussions of that, besides acknowledging that Aunt May is running a charity for people.
The only repercussion is that a guy who was 5 years younger than them is now the same age as them, and he's competing for MJ's affections.
Yeah, but also that doesn't matter, because they almost say that offhand at the beginning. Hey, Billy's like hot now and everyone wants him, but it's like, so there's like nothing about his character to be like, I'm fucked up because I was here for 5 years and you all weren't.
But also,
he's just a hot rival.
And by the way, we're in the city and it's really loud. The buses are really loud, sorry. But also what I thought was a bit convenient for the plot is like that all of our core Spider-Man characters from the first movie disappeared, so they're all the same age and they all just get to hang out as this ragtag group of friends. I really disliked all the stuff with the teachers. Like, I thought it was all rubbish. I didn't enjoy a minute of it, even though I liked the actors.
Relief.
It was just like a bad teen movie. Like, if you're going to make a teen movie, make a good one. If you're going to make a superhero movie, make a good one. Don't just give us this shit. Like, it's kind of neither here nor there. I was really cross watching it. Like,
the problem is with all that stuff, and it is all the stuff with the teachers and them on the holidays.
So boring.
It's all played for laughs, right? And to be fair, I think that the hit rate was quite low on a lot of that stuff. But,
sorry, this road is so loud.
But that's the problem. Spider-Man, the way they positioned Homecoming, and this feels largely consistent in terms of tone, is like, this is light and fun, and it's a teenage comedy, bit of romance, but it's light-hearted and enjoyable, and that's good, and that's fine. But coming after Endgame and what they position this world to be, where we literally saw Paul Rudd wandering around streets of deserted cars, and there's memorials, and there's counselling sessions, and people are bursting into tears over dinner.
Like, high school goes back to normal again.
It's like, I don't buy that this quirky these quirky teachers and their fun trip and all of everything is just normal. They've just repositioned the world.
And can we speak a bit about the thing that really annoyed me?
And it felt like a tonal shift.
The thing that annoyed me most is, so we had thought that there was going to be multiple universes in this, right? Like they did in the cartoon. And then, turns out, all it was that Jake Gyllenhaal, who's the baddie, makes a reference to a Spider-Verse, which I'm presuming that's what they put in the trailer.
Well, a multiverse.
And Tom Holland has a kind of a brief moment where he kind of gets excited about the idea of multiverses. And then turns out that was all made up, and I thought, oh my god, you have the gall to reference the amazing plot of a Spider-Man movie that came out last year that was 1,000 times better than you, and you have the gall to make a snippet about that just to get it in your trailer? to lure unsuspecting people into your shit movie.
Well, this universe would also have a multiverse because we saw time travel and we've seen it in Doctor Strange.
They absolutely threw that in because of the success of the other movie.
I don't know,
Like,
maybe.
That's pathetic. They're like teasing people in. Like, I thought I was going to see a multiverse movie. And in fact, that's not at all what I saw.
I actually think that's clever.
I think it's really cheap.
What did you think of the whole... I kind of saw the whole Mysterio stuff coming, though, because if you know the character, he's a villain and he's an illusionist.
I'd never heard of the character. What I knew was that the kind of fish baddies we saw for the first third of the movie, I was like, they can't be... I was like, I know Marvel do bad villains, right? I know they do really bad antagonists. But I was like, surely even this movie can't have these as the villains. So I thought maybe the elementals were going to take over Jake Gyllenhaal's body. So I guessed something like that. I didn't guess that he was actually causing it. Like, to me, that was kind of interesting.
You're right, though. Like,
but I was like, but I actually almost thought, oh my god, the villains are going to be this bad in this movie.
They were boring, but this is the problem. The first half of this movie, because of the way they've set it up, is lacking a villain, and it's lacking any drive and motivation. So there's nothing really pushing this movie forward until Jake Gyllenhaal is trying to kill his friend.
The only tension is like, oh, he wants to sit next to MJ on the plane. Oh no, he can't sit next to her on the plane. It's like, really?
Yeah, this movie...
Because I've seen really good rom-coms and really good TV movies, or like teen movies, and like this ain't that.
This movie's lacking impetus for quite a long time, and I think you're right. I was bored. Like, I am the absolute target audience for this, and I was just like, I mean, this is okay. I'm having a bit of fun, I guess, but like, I'm like, this is like a bit weak.
Would you rewatch it?
No, I'm not. I'm not in a rush to rewatch this.
You know the way you've ranked all of the Marvel movies?
No, I don't want to do any of that.
I'm just curious. Is this down the bottom?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
For me, it's the worst I've ever seen.
It's not great. There's some good stuff in here, but as a package, it's weak.
I hope to God they don't make another one, and I hope it does badly at the box office. And schmucks like us.
Well, there's a lot I do want to talk about here, though. I thought
oh my God! Sorry, I thought podcast ever.
I thought the Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wait.
Sorry.
Till we get past this closing site.
I thought the Jake Gyllenhaal stuff was fun, though. I thought the reveal.
That was fun.
I like that he's not doing it alone, though, and I've liked that. See, as a character, he never really made a lot of sense. That he just like what's his power set? He's an illusionist, but how is he making these illusions?
So you know him from comics?
Yeah, he's a very famous Spider-Man character, and I think he's a very tricky one to translate to screen. It's the first time it's ever been done, and I think they've did the best job they could while trying to keep it like grounded with holograms and drones.
I like that they referenced it back to the Robert Downey Jr. sequence we'd seen a few movies.
That was great.
Yeah.
And they even had one of the guys from the original Spider-Man or the original Iron Man, and I think it's the same actor. So it's like, I like this idea of Tony Stark's, again, like we see this a lot coming up in these movies, the impact that Tony Stark's legacy has on the people around him, and because he's just this big bull in a china shop, just wrecking things as he goes. And we saw that in Civil War. We saw it in Iron Man 3 with Guy Pearce's character, who was also a very similar villain. In fact, he was somebody who'd been spurned by Tony many years before. So I like that. I like that in rooting it back in the universe as he's the driving force for these characters. And I quite like, as silly as it is, it's because it's so silly to imagine this holograms and drones.
It was fun though. I enjoyed that because it was rooted in. But what I enjoyed is that he's like they're all so stupid and they'll buy any old shit that I'm going to make up the most ridiculous story and they're all going to believe it.
Yeah.
And that was fun because that was actually the movie poking fun at how silly the universe is.
Yes, and this is the only part of the movie where I'm like, this is the movie trying to maybe say something.
Yeah.
Because there's a few ways you can read this whole thing.
And they talk about
the
false news a lot
lines.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there's definitely some sort of political allegory here with fake news and the media and what people are willing to believe and swallow. There's definitely a little bit of self-deprecation or a commentary on the movie industry.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it, this group of people, when he addresses them, and when you see them how they're putting all this together, they're a little mini movie studio. Like they literally have the
costume
footage.
Designer, the lighter, the projector.
He's
why
the director, and there's even a moment where they're basically in the edit suite. He's got his editor is like scrolling through the footage, and he says, "Take this out. You know, I want to add that in. This doesn't quite look right."
One bit that didn't make sense is in his initial bar scene with Spider-Man, where he gets him to give the glasses, which is the dumbest thing ever that Tony gave him to Spider-Man, by the way.
That was so contrived. Why didn't
they just go to a normal bar? Why did they have to be in a fake hologram bar?
Because then they could control it. Because he had, did you drop your glasses? Like he engineered the whole thing, which is farcical.
I mean, yeah, but probably you don't need to have an entire hologram bar to maybe just get a pickpocket to take the glasses out of his pocket.
It's like spoilers for Glass. So if you don't want to know the end of Glass, skip forward 20-30 seconds. But it's like that bit at the end of Glass where they only meet in restaurants filled with their own staff.
Oh yes, ridiculous.
And everyone
just rent a room.
Everyone waits for the normal people to leave, and then they have their meeting. Yeah, it's absurd.
But it was a fun reveal to the audience. But I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was too hammy with it then, because he'd been playing it so straight, and then suddenly he was so hammy, and I just felt
no, but that was
again,
great.
And he's a brilliant actor. I just felt he wasn't given enough to work with.
I thought it was brilliant, and I thought he was enjoyably over the top, and I thought he absolutely nailed it. So I think kudos to them. They brought Mysterio to life in a way that worked. Didn't feel campy or silly. It was just borderline on the right side of that, and was a lot of fun. And Jake Gyllenhaal is loving it. I'm just loving all that stuff of him surrounded in silly drones with a giant helmet on, going, "Shoot them all!" He was having a laugh.
I wanted him to win. That's how much I wasn't rooting for anyone in this movie. I thought, fair play. You've got a great plan. You've got all the technology in the world behind you. Spider-Man was absolutely dumb enough to give you his stupid Edith glasses that he should never have had in his possession to begin with. Fine. Spider-Man deserves everything he's getting.
But don't you think, so if you scratch away at what this actually means, what they're saying is if it is the movie referencing their movies, superheroes, people will buy anything these days.
But clearly we went to a stupid movie.
Are these movies trolling us now? That's what it felt like.
It
felt like you're actually telling us,
it's this boring.
Hey, because they literally did that. They were they made us believe this stuff from the trailers, because they had there's a multiverse. I'm from there. I'm a new hero, Mysterio, and that's and then it's they dropped the bomb on us.
Well, luckily we didn't watch the trailer.
It's you guys will believe anything, because we kind of will.
It's honestly disrespectful to the audience. And I just
it's not disrespectful. It's kind of meta.
No, not that plot. Just the whole movie in general.
Oh, fine.
It's just we'll just get Spider-Man and we'll swing him around a few buildings and people will buy the merch. And it's so funny. So we've got a son who's 22 months old, and he, just from seeing pictures of Spider-Man, does not know what Spider-Man is, doesn't know anything about webs or flying, is obsessed with Spider-Man just based on the visuals.
Yeah.
So we're oh my god, that costume is crack to kids.
He's
upset. He screams about Spider-Man in the living room. We're why are you talking about Spider-Man? And if only he would know that we went to see a Spider-Man movie without him. But yeah, to me it's just just go back to making kids stuff about it, sell them the merch. We don't need to be sold this shit, honestly. I don't think I have anything else to say about it except maybe talk about the end credit sequence. Do you? I'm definitely not going to see another Spider-Man movie, for sure.
I think that end credit sequence was so great, but so disappointing that the most interesting thing in your movie is a question that you pose at the end with no answer.
So
it's that's when you know your movie has failed. I think that's a bad sign. If that's the only bit I woke up for. I was oh wow,
actually,
that's
wait,
happened.
One thing before we get to the end credit sequence. Sorry, we talked about this before with Avengers and after the Captain Marvel movie. Very early on in this movie, they're oh my god, it's the end of the universe if Spider-Man doesn't help. From Nick Fury's chasing Spider-Man around Europe, right, to try and get him to help on this task. When hold on a minute, where's Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I don't know.
Once you've introduced Captain Marvel to this universe, none of it makes sense. Why do you need this dweeby 16-year-old to help you?
They're relying on this they're off planet, they're busy thing, but
But if the Earth's about to be destroyed,
I know. Look,
what? She's too busy off planet. And I didn't really get the thing about, and I don't remember if this was in an end sequence or just towards the end of the movie, I didn't really get the thing about the aliens from the Captain Marvel movie pretending to be Nick Fury. What was that about?
That was just pointless. He was on holidays, or was he somewhere else? And then there was another little twist where he was like, he's not on a beach, he's on an alien spaceship.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
was so confused by that. I thought you might have understood it. But
somebody tweet us about that. I don't know what was going on.
Before we get to I think that was maybe the second end sequence actually. Before we get to the big end sequence though, the bit of the movie I liked, I do want to say, the only bit of the movie I liked was and this is the bit that made me cry, but again I think I was like between pain and boredom. You know the bit after all the stuff in London and Spider-Man and MJ like meet each other on like London Bridge or something, and they have this really sweet moment where she admits she likes him and they kiss, and I actually cried at that. Like I thought that was lovely. I think they have lovely chemistry, like in a really sweet way, and I just really enjoyed that. But like that was it. Like they made us wait the whole movie for that. But on to the big end sequence. Basically, it's like...
Firstly, the best thing about that is J.K. Simmons is back as J. Jonah Jameson, which is amazing.
Why? Who does... I've never seen him in one
He's
before.
from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. They're playing the same character. He's the editor of Peter Parker's paper.
Okay, that's
who hates
cool.
Spider-Man.
Okay, that's cool.
It's amazing.
Okay,
it's
I just was like, oh, another famous face they're dropping in.
I literally because there was, there's no other person who could play him better than that guy. So just get that guy because he's so good.
Okay, that's fun.
That is fun.
But basically, there was kind of two parts to this. So the first part is that Mysterio's released some fake news claiming that Spider-Man's a baddie who's droned him. Now, why would anyone believe that? Like, we didn't even see Spider-Man's mouth saying the words. It was like a shot of Spider-Man's leg,
but
and
that's the whole point. People will believe anything, and
But
it's
are
on
we
the
supposed-
news. They even say it in the thing. In the movie itself, it says, but we saw it on the news, so it must be real. He's saying about Night Storm or
But are we
Night
supposed
Monkey.
to believe that in the next
which
movie?
was funny.
In the next movie, everyone's going to think Spider-Man's a baddie. I don't buy it, like, because one person said it on the news.
Well, yeah.
I don't buy that. I really
I think,
don't.
look, it's a little bit of a stretch,
Yeah.
but then, hang on, have you looked at the world we live in?
I know.
Where Donald Trump is president?
I know. I'm just saying, like, it felt
People
a bit
will believe
thin.
whatever you want them to believe.
I
The
think
media
that-
is incredibly powerful.
The more interesting bit is probably that he said he's Peter Parker.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
That was cool, like, but like again, why wasn't that in the movie? Like, oh, basically, you have to come back and watch another movie. To
I
see the
know,
fallout
that's
from
the
this.
thing. It's like
just cheating the audience.
If you're just gonna like hint at something interesting, but not have anything interesting around it, then I'm like, it's like
it's just lame.
you're just teasing me now. I just felt like tease
Like, you
coming
shouldn't
out.
put cliffhangers at the end of, standalone movies. Like, it's fine to tease something, but something as big as everyone thinks Spider-Man's a baddie and Peter Parker's name's revealed, that's way beyond an end credit tease. Like that's a plot of a movie.
Yeah, it's huge.
Like, I just think it's really cheap. Don't make us watch him going to the opera in Prague. Like, let us watch that. Like, why do we have to wait for that? It's so weird.
But I think I would have been fine with that if this had been a nice kind of more intimate character journey. Do you know what I mean?
If we'd learned something about someone.
Yeah, if there was actual peril, like, because even his plan, his mission of like, this is my plan, and I'm going to do this to MJ, and I'm going to buy her a thing. It all felt like just like there's not enough to this, and it did feel believably like something a teenage boy would come up with.
Did you feel like Aunt May was really crap as well in this?
Yeah, she's just too like she was just background and
Her
upbeat,
only
and
plot
her and
was that
happy.
she's like, it's that thing of like her only plot was like being his aunt and then being what's his face's girlfriend.
Yeah, well, they give her nothing.
The
to
whole
do.
thing, and then she's just wearing a really weird wig that I didn't get. Like, why was her hair so long?
No comment. I don't want to do. Do you want to finish the podcast on the wig talk? I don't know.
I'm just really curious.
Anyway, I don't
Oh,
think.
and also they did this whole thing where I thought you would have been really into this now, so it's good to get your feedback. They did this whole thing where like, oh my god, he's in Stark's airplane and he's building this super suit and it's going to be really thrilling. And then he came out and did nothing. His suit looked exactly the same, and he didn't do anything different. And we watched him building.
Oh no,
it.
he had the wings.
Okay, that was it. Like,
yeah.
And again, I saw him with wings, and I was like, did he used to have wings? Like, I don't know. They didn't expressly say
That
like.
was interesting, that bit, because they were kind of trying to allude that he is kind of the new Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's the other thing I don't get. Is he supposed to be the new Tony Stark? Because it's pretty lame.
The movie's confused because that's kind of what they're positing the whole time, and then Peter Parker's like, no, I'm not ready for that. I don't want that.
Clearly, I'll give my glasses to anyone who looks
Happy
at me.
also says, you're not ever going to be him. And then Happy says that, and it feels like we're all agreed, like he's not going to be the next Tony Stark. And then suddenly Happy's got this little wistful look at him as he says, I'll put on some music, and puts on the exact same track from the first Iron Man as Tom Holland does a load of like exactly the kind of shit that Tony Stark
does. He's not going to be the leader of the Avengers, like.
No,
because this is what I don't get. We've a new Captain America. Surely he's the leader. We got a new Captain America at the end of Endgame.
And where's he?
Yeah, like,
where are the Avengers? Like, where actually are they?
I'm not one to look for the Avengers because I don't really care for them. But honestly, I was like, having just watched Endgame, this makes no sense.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm
sorry for you because I would have liked you to enjoy it more.
Yeah, I didn't. I
should have brought Oscar.
I didn't have a terrible time. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
That's lovely. I didn't have a terrible time, and it's totally fine. That's a lovely review.
It's just a huge disappointment.
And I think they should be ashamed of themselves.
And coming off the back of what probably is going to be my favourite movie of the year, Endgame, it's like it just feels like a damp squid.
Yeah.
A little puddle.
Like, have they heard of anticipation? Like, I guess they just don't care. All they care about is making money. But like, honestly, they're just killing it.
Anyway, come on, let's
wrap it up. Thank you everyone for listening. Let us know what you thought. Hopefully some of you enjoyed the movie more than us, because I'd really like to hear what people think. Tweet us or write to us on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you get in touch, and please head over to iTunes and subscribe. Rate, review, that would be amazing. And if you haven't already done so, check out our Patreon. It's at www.thecinemile.com/Patreon, where we review.
You don't have to say www.
Don't you?
Anymore. No, come on. What year is this?
What did you say? Patreon.com/thecinemile.
Yes, what you just said. Say that.
Where we do like loads of TV and movie reviews. So we've got a movie poll up at the moment,
which is just finished, and we can announce that.
What did we posit in the poll? Movies about insects?
Yeah,
we do very weird
Spider-Man.
Oh, to tie in with Spider-Man.
Right, okay.
I didn't even get that.
Insect movies.
So
it is. All right, we have a tie. We are either going to be watching The Fly or Starship Troopers.
Oh, we've never had a tie before.
So we will have to decide. Maybe we'll flip a coin.
I want to watch Starship Troopers.
Me too. Let's just watch Starship Troopers. All right, we're going to watch Starship Troopers. So head over to our Patreon. That's going to be up.
And we do regular TV reviews. So we just chatted on loads of TV shows we were watching, including
Black
Dark,
Mirror, Chernobyl. Oh, and we're going to be watching Stranger Things this weekend.
Yeah, we're doing loads. So yeah, head over, check it out, and thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
There's got to be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel?
Unavailable.
But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.